Hey there. That was a fun project. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. It is Friday, May 27th. Getting late in the afternoon here due to some things going on this morning around the house and outside the house and broken glass thanks to wind. And anyway, never mind. I'll save you that story. A lot going on at TG Central. First of all, I want to wish my darling wife a happy birthday tomorrow. And happy retirement 2 weeks after that. 35 years in the same school district. And anyway, so we're looking forward to the next phase of life in the Hogan household, and her getting more jobs. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I want to thank one of our longtime members, Dan. Longtime TGer and IGC person, camper, for bringing that song back into my attention. I thought about it. I remember it from many years ago, and just remember thinking, oh man, someday I should do a lesson on that. I never had a student ask me about it because, frankly, it's a little difficult. But that kind of got me inspired to get back on, of course, Lindsey Buckingham's tune, "Big Love," and I remember, first hearing it, the album Tango in the Night just didn't do anything for me. So I'd sort of written off Fleetwood Mac back in the early days of VH1, where Warner Brothers was, and everybody was expecting them to be, and they did get a lot of airplay because of that song and that album. But it wasn't until, I got alerted to Lindsey playing it solo that I thought, holy cow, this is a whole different thing. This is really cool. And frankly, there's a lot of different stuff in it. Some weird syncopation and some basic fast picking, but then some odd patterns of bass notes. And sometimes regular. Once he starts singing, it's regular. And some wild strumming. Anyway, oh no, it starts on the F. Anyway, the lesson is up and done, and pretty lot of detail in it. So if you're interested in working on Lindsey Buckingham's "Big Love," check it out. Which reminded me of a lot of other cool, Fleetwood Mac songs that, what do I already have lessons on? I don't think I have a lesson on this one. Oh, you know what? I'll save that for the outro. We, of course, have this. Try it again. Don't go there. Another student working on Angie this week too, so that was another one that is "Big Love" is very influenced by Angie. Get it? Because I should have been in that capo too. Next time, pick up the capo and make it easy. Easier. Let's not say it's going to be easy. Anyway, the big thing I kind of wanted to get to is you may have all last Saturday gotten an email from me, and I want to say that this is now going to start happening like every Saturday. I mentioned a few weeks ago that some things were changing here at Totally Guitars, and really, it's kind of, I'm just getting a little more hands-on with a lot of the stuff, and so those emails that you get maybe on Saturdays and maybe on Wednesdays, kind of if I have enough to say, will be really coming from me. And not that the other ones weren't. I kind of looked at them all before, but I wouldn't, and I want to keep people up to date on what's going on here. Not just new songs and new lessons, but I want to remind people of like acoustic snapshots and some of the other things that, every once in a while I see comments on old videos. And somebody recently put up a thank you for doing this interview with Jim Page. Does anybody remember the many years ago, the sit down with Jim Page, who wrote the Ivory Salamander, also in like our Doobie Brothers stuff, because Pat Simmons recorded that on the third Doobie Brothers album, The Captain and Me. And Jim was kind of just an unknown, another friend of my guitar teachers and Patrick's, Alan Beilhar's, who was who happened to write some cool tunes, and a couple of those. Oh, what do you call it? Busted Down Around O'Connelly Corners was what, or something like that. What was listed? It was the last song, Fade Out. The first and third Doobie Brothers album had really cool, almost like secret tracks. We had. There we go. To sing it. Should I? Nah. Gonna leave this morning. My world is moving fast. Gonna leave this morning, babe. My world is moving fast. I've got to blot out those bad times, make the good times last. I'm gonna leave this morning. Honey, don't you wanna go? I'm headed for bright lights, big city, Chicago. Dream of many of the acoustic blues players down in the South. Boy. Blues in A. All right, that's enough. Let me get back to what I think I kind of had an agenda, except, I feel like I'm giving a speech at the, I accept this. Never mind. I'm just going to talk. What was I talking about? Anyway, so kind of getting a grip on this has cut back on lesson production a little bit lately, and then I take on a thing like Big Love that takes about 3 times as long as many other lessons, because it was pretty detailed, and involved. That's probably a better description. So, but like I said, getting a grip on some of the inner workings of TG and trying to stay a little bit more hands-on with it. So I hope you guys kind of appreciate that, and again, I want to thank Dan for coming up with a great suggestion. If you may have noticed that lately I've gotten to lessons that people are coming up with suggestions for. So the more suggestions, the better chance there is of, well, I guess all of a sudden if a whole bunch of suggestions come in, never mind. Got a nice email from Ness today. She is back in the fold and working on some lessons. So that is kind of cool. Have spoken to some of our other older teachers about, anyway, just kind of trying to inject some life in here. And I hope everybody appreciates it. And I'd like to hear what people are working on lately, too. You know, we haven't seen many questions, comments about, hey, I'm having trouble with this. The student uploader is, we've got it in the shop with the cone of silence, but we're still working on that. So, but still, just answering questions about problems that people are having is always high on my list of things to do. What else has gone on lately here? We had a little reunion of camp people. That was kind of nice. It's local Northern California folks got together, played a few tunes for each other. And I think that's about it for the news. I wanted to just, yeah. Okay, let me head out with, I hadn't really planned on getting into, everybody, somebody asked last week what song this was. And I didn't reply. I forgot. I've lost track of where the question was. So last week, that was, of course, Bermuda Triangle Exit that I played a little of last week. And in case you're wondering, when I started this, I know you're right, are gonna miss me when I'm gone. It's I Know You're Right. Said I know you're right, are gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your daddy rolling in your arms. Anyway, when I start playing blues in A, like Chicago a little while ago, that one always pops in my head too. Not that there aren't a lot of them in A, but those are, I guess, my go-to ones. Fleetwood Mac. Here's one of my favorite tunes of theirs. Saw an interesting post. I guess I'm sure some of you have seen Rick Beato and some of his stuff. He had a thing about famous two-chord songs, and two of them immediately popped into my head, and those were two of the three that he talked about. This was one of them. The other was, I can't remember what the third was. I'm sure somebody will apprise me. It may have been one I didn't know as well. I think it was. But when we talk about two-chord songs, we have this America tune and this Fleetwood Mac song. Okay. That is it for May. I'll be back next week. Be June 3rd. Yeah. COA members, June 11th. Next date with you guys. Okay. See you next week.